Princess and the Peas by Rachel Hines. There's the princess. We went through the book cover. You guys did an excellent job in doing that. And there's the title again. Rachel Hines, Princess and the Peas. Miss Sally was the best cook in Charleston County, South Carolina. Everybody knew it, especially Ma Sally. When she fixed supper, the tables groaned under the rocks of collard greens, piles of sweet potatoes, and heaps of hot rolls. But Ma Sally was most famous for her black-eyed peas. When she brought them to Sunday evening potluck at First Baptist, folks lined up to get a taste. Ma Sally had a son, John, who was the kindest, most thoughtful man you could hope to meet. When John passed the corner restaurant on his way home after coaching the neighborhood baseball team, Miss Harriet would run out to meet him with something from the kitchen. On Sundays, Miss Hannah sat in the front row of the church choir so she could see John in the first pew. And Miss Hatie, the town librarian, made sure that John's book requests were always ready for him.
Wow.
Morning, John sat down to a huge breakfast Ma Sally had cooked for him. Grits with melted cheese, sizzling bacon, eggs over easy, and stacked up pancakes you almost couldn't see over. Ma said, "John, I think I'd like to get married." Ma Sally frowned. "I ain't sure these local gals, John. I don't think they'd feed you right. Ma, you tried Miss Harriet's cornbread? Have you tried Miss Harriet's cornbread? Dry as dust and sour as 3-week-old milk." John nodded thoughtfully, then said, "True. Don't know one around here seem to be able to cook like you, but I have to make my own way in life. I think I'd like to get married just the same. So, question for you. Have you heard a story similar to this?
No. Yes, I have.
What is similar so far between this book and what we've already read with Prince and the Pea? Yes.
That the princess and the peas don't have a prince, but in the princess and the pea that it do have a prince.
Ah, I see. Well, but we're about to find out. And look at this picture of the stacked food. Ma Sally was troubled. She figured it the same time for John to raise her own. She figured out it was timely of his own. But she couldn't bear the thought of her only child sitting down to an ill-cooked meal. Anybody who wants to marry my John, she thought, will have to cook as well as me. The next time Ma Sally went into town, she mentioned to Mala and the town grocer, and known as the gossip, that John was looking to get hitched. Any interested ladies, she whispered, should come to her house that Sunday evening. So what do you think Ma is trying to get these ladies to do? To do what? What do you think she's going to do? Ariel.
I think she tried to do because her
So why do you think she invited those ladies? Why do you think she's trying to invite ladies to the house?
So, so, so she can cook better as her. So
You're getting close. Keep going.
so she can.
Thank you, Keon.
Marry John.
You want to see if they can cook as good as her, so they can marry John? How many people agree with Keon? Give me my thumbs.
Marry John.
Okay, I get you. And look at this picture, guys.
Whoa.
All right,
Let me see.
all right,
Let me see.
my friends, we are focused up here. When Pastor went by the grocery store for green tomato, Ma'am Della told him Harriet, shopping nearby, heard Reginald shouted by Mr. Mosley over to the noise of his barber clippers that John was going to choose a bride that Sunday evening. And Hannah, hidden under her hairdryer, heard. First grader Flannery told her brother that there would be a contest to pick the best lady in town for John, and Haiti shelving Brooks nearby. And Saturday afternoon, ancient Mr. Jefferson told even more ancient Miss Grady the news. And the girl in town, fresh out of college and sharp as a tack, well, she heard that too. A lot of people had already heard this. Word of mouth. Sunday evening, Sally's place, and one by one, so did Harriet, Hannah, and Haiti. They clustered together on the veranda, a pack of hens, at the supper time. I think I'll be the one to marry John, said Harriet. Doesn't he stop by the restaurant whenever I'm working there? Questions. It'll probably be me, said Hannah. Ain't he always sitting in the first pew at church trying to get my eye? Nonsense. I'm sure I'll be the one, said Hattie. You should see the way he smiles at me over the library desk. A mighty fight was brewing on the front porch when Sally Ma flung open the door. Come in, she said. She led them into the kitchen. Ladies, said Ma Sally, if you want a chance at John, you're going to need to cook. Cook, whined Harriet. Cook, shrieked Hannah. Cook, shouted Hattie. Cook, said Ma Sally. And not just anything.
They don't know how to cook.
Y'all going to cook a dish of black-eyed peas. Whoever makes the best peas marries my son. It's as simple as that. So, Keon was correct. Good job, Keon. Making an excellent prediction. And so, they cooked. They made a terrible mess. At last, 3 bowls of black-eyed peas sat at the kitchen table. Slowly, Ma Sally tasted each one. She chewed thoughtfully. She swallowed. Harriet's peas were too mushy. Hannah's peas were too salty. Hattie's peas tasted like nothing at all. Ma Sally shook her head. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm afraid not one of y'all fit for my son. Harriet pouted. Hannah sulked. Hattie frowned. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. A voice called, "May I come in?" What do you predict?
I predict that I'm gonna cook it, and she's gonna be the winner, and then she's gonna be a princess.
Okay, so listen. She said she predicts a lady's gonna come in, and she's gonna cook really good, and she's gonna be the one to be the princess. How many people agree with Kanila?
Yes.
Thank you for showing me your thumbs. I like my quiet thumbs. All right, now, let's see. In walked a capable-looking lady. I heard there was some kind of contest happening here, she said, in a sweet voice of molasses. May I try? Who, snapped Hallie, are you? My name, said the girl, is Princess. Princess, asked Hannah. What sort of a name is that? It's the name my pa and ma gave me, said the girl simply, because I'm special. If you're so special, said Ma Sally, prove it. Cook them peas. Everyone crowded around the stove to watch, but Princess paid them no mind. She cooked like she was born to do it. She whirled about the kitchen, slicing, dicing, and stirring. Ingredients flew into the pot one after another, until the peas were swimmering away. A delicious smell filled the room. Finally, sweeping the lid off the pot, Princess announced simply, "Peas are done."
What? You went that fast? Wait. No.
Ma Sally dipped a spoon into the pot and cooked a bite. "These peas," she whispered. Everyone held their breath. "These peas are the best I've ever tasted." John let out a whoop and a holler. Princess smiled. "Thank you," she said. "My mama taught me to cook peas like this, and her mama taught her." "Well," said Ma Sally, "maybe you can teach my John." She hugged the princess so tight, it's a wonder the girl didn't bruise all over. "How about it, Ma Sally? You and John are two peas in a pod."
What?
Very good, Kanila. Moving right along.
Moving right along.
Princess frowned. I don't know. I don't know. I like John well enough, but I've got my own plans. How about this? Dancing Saturday at the juke joint. John nodded. His mouth was too full to speak. Princess continued. "And one more thing. I know I'm the best cook there is, but what can you do, John?" She looked around the kitchen. "Why don't you show me how you scrub them pots and pans?" In the blink of an eye, John was up to his elbows in dishwater. When he finished, John looked at Princess questioningly, and she smiled and nodded. Ma Sally, brushing aside tears of joy, turned to get herself more of those peas, but by that time they were all gone.
He ate them all.
And come next spring, I have one person looking down. I need my eyes up here. Very good. What do you think is happening in this picture?
They're getting